Series winner. And now she sets off. This little guy was foot perfect in Miami. Let's see if he can repeat the performance here. Gilles Thomas is the man she will hand over to. So pops that big oxer. Comes left-handed. Away from the pocket. Up the distance. First of the combinations. Oh, little rub behind. Has that vertical. Very strong season last year, this team, Balcazar. They were winners in Madrid. They also won in Saint-Tropez, Monaco, and they won in Riyadh. So they were really strong. They were the series winners as well. And with a performance like that, I'm not surprised if they can keep that coming forward into 2026. They'll definitely be a real force to be reckoned with. Now, those 4 penalties, if they can leave it on that, will bring them back for the second round. Fellow Castlefield, loads of experience. Come on, little fella. Another super intelligent little horse, previously ridden by Susan Fitzpatrick when he was a young horse. She knows him very well. He's a cheeky little character. He comes to the last, leaves it, so he finishes with 82.17 is his time, just 4 penalties. 82.17, 1 fence on the ground. Good solid start for one of our favourites in this competition. Here we go. This is up to this double. Watch the slightest of touches with the hind legs on the top rail of the vertical going in. That fence, I'll see how slow it was to fall. Edwina leaves the arena. She hands over to Gilles. He comes forward with Callista Dien. This is the horse that he rode in Miami in the first round. Had a fence down on that occasion. He'll want to go a little better, and this time there's his reserve teammate, Tilbu Philipparts. What a phenomenal season this young man had last year. He could do no wrong. Multiple LGCT Grand Prix winner, series winner. Everything that he did once. He had such a year last year and has such a string of horses now. Interestingly, Callista's only 10-year-old. Seems like she's been on the circuit for a long time, but she's been so successful. Now coming away from the pocket, big oxer, and this is the fence his teammate had down. And again, you can see, using all his experience, lands, moves across the arena really quickly. Just wants to post a good time. Obviously feels the mare is on form. Big oxer just jumps it a little bit from right to left. He's very neat back here to fence 9A. Hops in, 2 strides. Now left turn, next combination coming up. This is an oxer in. Vertical out. Now he really is speeding up. There's a related distance after this. Makes an adjustment very early. Now gallops down to the last fence. It's a particularly quick round. I think this is the fastest round we've seen today. And finish up with a score of the time of 1:57.71. 1 fence on the ground. Clear round for Gilles. Great contribution to his team. 75.54 was his time. Beautifully ridden. Started off nicely, not too crazy at the beginning, and then just as he went through the round, got more confident and just started up the pace, cut the corners a little bit, was very quick across the middle of the arena. This mare is stunning. She has everything. She's got stride, athleticism, scope, and he's just able to gallop down to that flank and we'll really trust her. So in the lead at the moment, 1:57.71. Balcazar United, they're laying down a marker for everybody else. They mean business. Another powerhouse team coming forward now. Con Stars. Sophie Hinners leads out. She rides Iron Dame Kumbala. Winners in Miami. They won the jump off class, had a great weekend. Nice rhythm. It's a nice and organised one. Winding it up too much, just drops the shoulder a little bit, moves across the arena. And a fence down in Miami in 1m60 class. Very neat across the middle here, and you can see not hanging around, but just giving her mare every chance to jump the fences. Oh, she has that vertical. Now needs to keep it on the 4. Unfortunately, back rail down. The second double on 8 penalties. Jumps that careful plank. 5 strides to the second last fence. Stays off that front rail. You can see that very light colour. Last fence coming up. Wants to leave it on the 8 penalties. 79.27 is her time. 8 penalties on this occasion. Powered by the Iron Dames and Can Stars team. They were the winners in Doha, the opening leg of the 2025 campaign. They were second in Mexico here last year. Interesting to see how they're going to finish up here this afternoon. Hands over to her teammate. That's the little man. She rides an Iron Dames. Blue PS, 13-year-old mare. This was the winner of the LGCT Grand Prix in Miami 2 weeks ago. She rode this mare in the corresponding class in Miami, had a fence down on that occasion as well. She'll also be keeping an eye out on the Grand Prix qualification slots that are available. So there's lots to jump for here. Again, we always comment on the just, whoa, makes a big adjustment, has a little rub going up there. This mare is so exuberant in the air. She really stretches. Catherine Reisler's, you can see the length of range just to really facilitate and allow that. And then the mare just hinges behind the saddle, flicks her back end up in the air. It must be an extraordinary feeling now. Skips into the double, 2 strides, very light on her feet. Now big oxer here, and watch how this mare will stretch for the back rail. Whoa, brilliant. Loads of power and strength to recover and come off the second part now. Big plank, empty space. 5 strides. I think Word will have got back to the pocket about that second last fence. Last fence coming up, stays on 0. Very strong showing for her team, building on her great form from Miami. Catherine Eckerman comes home, no fences on the ground, posts a time of 78.66. They'll add their scores together. They finish with a combined score of 8 penalties and a time of 1:57.93. Again, watch this mare in the air. She is just extraordinary. So strong behind. Brilliant riding. Look, keeps the shoulders back, keeps her off that top rail. Great performance as the Iron Dames team. Big sigh of relief. So they rank in 3rd place at this stage of the competition. What a wonderful arena, what a wonderful setting we have here. So our leaders at the moment are Valkenswaard. They're on 4 penalties, a time of 1:57.71. Our next team coming forward, the Rome Gladiators. First out for the team. Clara Pizzoli, she rides Fantasia de Beaufort. This is an 11-year-old mare by Contendro. A lot of changes in this team this year. Joined by Guido Grimaldi. Yali is staying on. Yali Mittelaneu. Jennifer Hochschreider and Luis Felipe Neto de Aviedo comes in. So a very strong team. Last year they were second in Rabat. That was their best showing of the year. You can see Fantasia just quite strong around the corner. Moves up to the big oxer. Whoa, just steady. Shakes his head a little bit. Sits against him. Keeps him nice and organized. You can see, again, gallops across the arena. Long run here before you get to this tall vertical. Related distance down the middle. Don't let his enthusiasm. Don't let him drag you down. You can see this horse just wants to get to the jump. Now, combination here. 2 strides. Very light on his feet. Turn left. Oxer in. Whoa. No good recovery. And really strong coming out. Cara just holds on to him now. She needs to keep him off this plank. It's on flat cups. It won't take any rub. Very good. Controls the distance. Oh, he just dragged her down there. Has one fence on, coming to the last fence. You can see just a little unruly. Well ridden. She finishes on the 4 falls in a time of 83.56. Oh, works so hard all the way around. Cara did a great job there. You can see Fantasia de Beaufort was just getting a bit stronger as we got towards the round. Just down on that last 5-stride distance, he really just took a hold of the bridle. You just watch it here. He shakes his head, jumps the front rail, really makes a fabulous effort. Just comes down on that back rail, drops out of the safety cup. Alessandro. I'm sure anybody who can read Italian. Yeah, it means so much to everybody. He's there, he's doing a fantastic job supporting that young rider. She's really enjoying the experience and the opportunity she's getting. We hand over to probably the youngest rider in the competition. Yali Cass comes forward. He's riding Abora's Crunchy Nut. It's a 12-year-old gelding by Cardento. Starts off nice and quietly. And then just moves up the canter as he comes away from the 3rd fence. Tall vertical here at fence 4. And now away from the pocket. Let's turn right-handed. Big oxer with a water tray. Good technique coming in. Very good coming out. Stays on a nice rhythm around the corner. Tall vertical here. Seven strides up to the oxer. This is very neat and tidy. Abora's Crunchy Nut looking on form here. 2 strides. Nice and light on his feet. Yeah, he just pushes through the corner. So nice and even. Now, give this plenty of respect. Stay off that plank. Has the tiniest little rub. Good on the 5, a little rub on the front rail. Comes to the last, he's on a clear round. Can he stay there? Oh no! Almost. Finishes on the 4 falls in a time of 85.92. Team score of 8 penalties. Yeah. Brilliant all the way around. Just puts his hand on his head. Did a wonderful job. Great effort from this young man. It was really cool. Saw him last year in some of these classes. He's just gone from strength to strength. Now, this is the last fence. Just moves up around the corner. Good in front. Watch the hind legs. Just catches it. That's what. Oh no. Oh no. When they realise. Team score of 8 at a time of 169.48. They're going to have to wait and see. Anderson, our course builder, I think he'd be very happy with this course. The very fair, challenging track that he set for them, asking lots of questions. There's opportunities there if you want to go quicker. You can see individually, Gilles Thomas is in the lead with 75.54. You're reading the first man into the ring. He went around in 76.32. We hand over now to a young Irish athlete, Kieran Allen. He steps up. He gets an opportunity to represent Riesenbeck International. He was the reserve in Miami, was very good in the Grand Prix qualifier, was second in that, went on to be placed in the Grand Prix as well in Miami, and thoroughly deserves his opportunity here. He's riding Casala Blue PS. It's only a 10-year-old mare by Casalco, but she's been stepped up to this level really well. Looks very comfortable in the big ring. Kieran, very talented young man, now based over with Ludger Beerbum Stables, and worked really, really hard to get these opportunities, and fair play to him. Now, stays on a nice rhythm. He'll be riding to orders. They'll have said, don't hang around, make sure you jump all the fences, be as neat as you can. Obviously, a really strong pairing this weekend. And you see the man who's going to step up in support. Now, very good there. Kieran, you can just see, stays beautifully still with his body. Just let the horse absorb all the movement. Oh, that plank. He was going to claim somebody. Now, come on, Mare. Last fence coming up. Second last, third last fence is down, unfortunately. Just unraveled a little bit. Finishes with the 8 penalties in a time of 78.91. A little bit disappointed with that. Was very good all the way through. Just this tall plank is so tall. It's probably 1.60 meters, and you can see it's on a flat cup. This mare just maybe a little bit of inexperience there, and down that 5-stride distance, I think, which she just lost a little bit of concentration. She's very careful. She's very sensitive. 8 penalties individually. It slots him into 9th place at the moment, but look who he hands over to. Checker 47, Christian Kukuk. What a wonderful year they had last year. This is his first team set up this week on this season. He was a guest in Miami, didn't ride. He had been competing in Wellington and Ocala before that. Checker now is 16 years of age, by Comme Il Faut. Gallops at this. Oh, just goes high, uses his technique and his scope. Really enjoying this big arena off this fabulous surface. You can see he's an absolutely stunning horse to look at. And again, super intelligent. Watch his ears, reading what's in front, working with the rider. And watch that little ear just flicking back every now and then, just listening to the instructions. Looking light on his feet. Brilliant coming out of that double. And watch Christian, that really supportive hand, keeps his hands in front of him, keeps a nice balance hold of the horse all the time. So consistent, so accurate. Last fence, clear round in a time of 76.44. Great performance, great contribution to the team. He'll have to add it to the 8, unfortunately, for Kieran. And that's going to give them a team total. Oh, just watch him here again. This is super coming out of the double. Look at the expression on the horse. That's the last fence. Beautifully done. We look forward to seeing him over the rest of the weekend. Will they be back for the second round? I would expect so. They finish up with a time of 1:55.35, puts him currently into 3rd place. Remember, time will matter. Fences count. Time is also going to count on this occasion. Checker was very good, didn't hang around. He's quick across the ground naturally. That'll help their situation. The 18 coming forward and the Doha Falcons, Jessica Mendoza and Sandy Tyson. They didn't make it into the second round in Miami. They'll want to do better on this occasion. New lineup on this team, very much changed this year. Jessica sets out, she's the first one. They were 15th in Miami. Not the start they were hoping for. They'll be looking to turn their fortunes around here this afternoon. Jessica's horse is a real big striding horse, looks really well suited. That's Candina PPZ. It's only a 10-year-old bay mare, but she's a lovely type, and you can see really suited to this big arena, this stadium, and she's so super scopy. Watch how high this mare goes in the air. Jessica has had a wonderful start to the year up in Wellington. Keeps a really strong rhythm through the corner. 7 strides. Now the second of our combinations. Vertical, vertical, 2 strides in the middle. Pops in. Bending line left. Oxer in this time. Powers up to it. Really using the mare's stride and scope here to good effect. Now, stay off this top flank. Again, this is only a 10-year-old. What a future. Brilliant on the second last now, using all her experience, get nice and straight, keep cool, brilliantly ridden. What a superb effort. 81.35. There's her reserve teammate Nathan Budd. He's in reserve. That sort of a performance, he might not be needed. 81.35. Excellent performance. We'll watch this horse. She really has grown in this big arena. Look at that for scope and technique. Jessica presenting her beautifully to the fences. Let the mare do her stuff. That's the last fence. Job done. The dynamic here, this whole team dynamic is fantastic. You can see how the riders are really working for each other. Sandy Tyson comes forward. She was also on the team in Miami. Had 3 fences down in the first round on that occasion. Wants to put that behind her now. She's a very competitive young rider. You see her compete a lot in Europe. Cupcake Z is a 13-year-old mare by Chaco Blue. Very light on her feet, very quick, very nimble. Coming away from the pocket. Big Oxer. 6 strides up to the vertical. 1 stride to the big Oxer now. Right-handed across the arena. You can see this horse very nimble, naturally quick across the ground. 7, 8 strides. Goes really high coming out over that back rail. Now double the verticals. Now again you can see she's not hanging around. Feels good. You can feel how the horses are if they're really on form, if they want to be a bit riskier, maybe a little bit bolder, attack this course a little bit more. And you can see Sani, as the course has gone on, she's got a little bit quicker. Now stay off that rail. Oh no, she catches it behind. Last fence coming up. She's relatively quick. Jumps the last, finishes with 4 penalties. Combined time for the team. So Sani finishes with 78.07. Unfortunately, that 1 fence on the ground. 1:59.42 is her combined time. Puts them currently in 3rd place. This track is taking a lot of jumping. As the Doha Falcons leave the arena. Here we go. This is the good there up on this distance. Jumps in here very well. Super coming out. This is the plank. 3rd last fence. It's on the flat cup. Good in front, but just the mare just crossed her legs behind. Just stayed a little bit low. Nothing the rider could do there, I'm afraid. There's Nathan up in the kiss and cry. Stewards are just checking everything, so they're gone into 2nd place with that combined total of 1:59.42. Falcons Farge United, they stay in front. Istanbul Warriors come forward. Same partnership that we saw in Miami. Didn't get into the second round there, wasn't there afternoon. Simon comes forward, he had a fence down in Miami. This team had a very strong season last year. They won 2 GCLs, they won in Paris, they won in Riesenbeck. Simon very competitive. Golden Boy DK, the 10-year-old by Di Montesemoli. You can see he's attacking this course. He's not hanging around. Gallops up here on the 7 strides. And watch how neat and tidy back here he is, very close to that fence. Pops in here. Little support. Eight strides across to the second double. And you can see how the horse just sits back and powers off the ground. Now this delicate plank, 5 strides here. Little encouragement. He's really riding this track now. He's been very positive all the way through. He's going to have a clear round with a good score. Great contribution, 75.72. One of the quickest rounds we've seen today. Individually slots him into second place, just behind Gilles Thomas. Now he's done his bit for the team. Here we go, you just see him at that big oxer here. You can see, just watch the body language, leaving nothing to chance here. Really working to make this round happen. Quite animated all the way through. He hands over Abdul Saeed, Bon Ami. This is a proper Grand Prix horse. Rode this mare in the first leg in Miami. She had 2 fences down on that occasion, looked a little bit keen as she went through the round. She's always an enthusiastic type. She looks a picture. Such a shine off her coat. I think having had a few rounds in Miami, coming back in here, and she also jumped yesterday, so she's been into the arena, and I think that just might have get her to settle down a little bit. This will definitely be a very strong partnership, and they'll be hoping to be in the second round for sure. And I'd say these guys have targeted a podium finish this weekend. I'd like to get some points on the board early. And when it comes to the LGCT, has been out of the blocks in the last couple of years very quickly. He was a winner in Doha in 24. He also won in 24 and 25. Wasn't a winner in Miami. It won't be long. But this looks very good. This could be a clear round. This could be our first team on 0. Last fence coming up. There's a little rub. Gallops through the finish, but now we have a 0 score. Hassan Center, he's the 3rd member of that team. He's up there in support. What a great performance, 78.73. This class is starting to hot up now. That mare is in great form. You can really see she looks a picture. Not too much energy in it today. Just lovely managed. Beautifully presented. So we now have a team on 0. They go into the lead. A time of 1:54.45. That will matter if we have anybody else on 0, but good afternoon's work for the Istanbul Warriors, sponsored by the Carpe Diem Equestrian team. Here we go. Bon Ami, she's a superstar. These 2 riders really focused this afternoon, you can see. Yeah, job done. So here we go, they're in the lead, they're ranked first. Combined score of 0 penalties. It's combined time of 1:54.45 as this class hots up. There's a beautiful shot of our location here. And when I say we're in the center of Mexico, I wasn't joking. Skyscrapers beside us. So here's our leaderboard. Istanbul Warriors, Valkenswaard United, Doha Falcons, Scandinavian Vikings. Those 3 teams are on 4. Riesenbeck International with 8 penalties, and Con Stars here also on 8 penalties. They're battling it out here in this stunning arena, in this fabulous location. You can hear the crowd getting behind all the teams. There's our warm-up arena down underneath. There's also a grass arena to the side that they can also use before they come in. The crowd is building the whole time. look at some of our competitors. This is fellow Castleford between the Tops Alexander for Valkenswaard United. Here we go, this is Big Oxer. Just watch this, the Oxer coming out. Oh, sorry, vertical on the way in, just a slide as a little touches, and that's where they got their 4 penalties. This was her teammate, Sheila Thomas. And just as this round went on, we'll notice he just got quicker and quicker, just got braver. Callista looked really good form, ears pricked all the way through. He's posted the quickest time of the class so far today. Then for the Doha Falcons, Jessica Mendoza comes in on her stunning 10-year-old mare. That's Candina BPZ. This mare loving the grass, loving this big arena. Beautiful technique and used her power. Jessica obviously really talented. Keeps the mare lovely and balanced, presents her to every fence and lets her use her scope and technique. This is a really solid performance. Sandy Tyson, she joined her then. Cupcake Z, as 13-year-old mare. And we watch this. Brilliant all the way around. We know how talented this young lady is. Previous LGCT Grand Prix winner on 2 occasions, but that's the 3rd last fence. Just the slides of touches. In the slow-mo we saw the mare just cross her 2 hind legs, and that was the cause of that. Now here come our leaders, Istanbul Warriors. Simone Delestre, look at the determination. Left nothing to chance here. Golden Boy DK was on fire this afternoon. Just watch this. This is down to the last fence. Brilliant. And he handed over the baton to his teammate, Abdul Saeed. Prolific winner on the circuit. Bon Ami looking absolutely brilliant. She's spring-heeled. Look at that for technique and scope. Power. Beautifully done. Deserving leaders at this stage of the competition. We get ready to see the remaining teams come forward, but this competition really starting to light up now. I think the riders got a good handle